Hey BC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick, a quick video response to MphsVinylJim's thread/contest. He mentioned a little while ago he has an anniversary or something like that. I think it was an anniversary coming up, and he wanted us to kind of share some romantic albums that we thought he and his missus might like, and he's going to pick one as a winner for his contest. So I wanted to kind of jump in on that, obviously, and share a couple things. Now, I'm not cheating here either, but when he first put that thread out, I kind of knew the album that was going to win it for me, so it was kind of a done deal with that up front. But there was a lot of things that popped up where I felt like I really have to show and kind of mention this, as well as just to maybe share some things that if some of you have never heard of or aren't aware of, just to share some new stuff with you. So the stuff I'm going to show you here is not necessarily where every single one of the albums, as far as from front to back, is like this smooth romantic album, but in a lot of cases it's just a few songs I want to mention off of each album that I think are some of the more romantic songs that I know and that I feel they're in my collection, without going with some of the obvious things like you can always pull out Marvin Gaye stuff and things like that. So let's get started. There's two CDs that I have here. One, of course, is Seal. You guys have always heard me talk about him. I mean, I think the emotions that he brings out in his music it's fascinating. Not on this album, but songs like Don't Cry, and then Touch, Loneliest Star, Where There's Gold. I mean, all that stuff is just really, really good romantic stuff. And again, Seal is definitely one of my favorite artists. Then here's another one I want to show too, which is George Michael, and this is, ladies and gentlemen, the best of George Michael. It's just a 2 CD kind of greatest hits set. It's really cool because one CD is entitled For the Heart, and the second CD is entitled For the Feet. Just kind of like it sounds. The one For the Feet is more of his dance stuff and dance hits, and then For the Heart is more of his slower romantic type stuff. So that CD as a whole is a really, really smooth romantic CD, but the songs I Can't Make You Love Me as well as Father Figure, I think are two of the most romantic songs ever as well. So I want to make sure I give some props to the For Your Heart CD in that set. And then this next band, which I have a number of their albums, but my 3 favorite songs by them on that romantic scale, which I had to show. SOS Band, the song Even When You Sleep, and then SOS Band, probably my second favorite song by them, which is Weekend Girl, and then my favorite song by the SOS Band, Tell Me If You Still Care. I mean, that song is just the epitome of smooth 80s R&B. I mean, for all you youngsters out there that don't know it, you need to go back and check this out, because that's what R&B is all about. And I wanted to kind of avoid pulling out a lot of jazz, because that's kind of a easy cop-out for the romantic thing, even though it was really hard for me not to pull out some Rick Braun, because I really like his stuff. But Duke Ellington and John Coltrane, and the song In a Sentimental Mood, definitely is a very, very romantic song off of this album. And I remember I first heard that in a Cosby Show episode, long, long time ago, where Bill kind of, dimmed the lights, he put this record on, he was doing his whole, silly, romantic Cosby thing. I know, it's just really cool. I remember hearing that all the way back then. I had no idea who it was. But that was kind of the cool thing about that show is, I mean, besides it being a great show, Cosby had this great way of kind of paying homage to his heritage and to black heritage and things of that nature, but he did it without trying to be like all pro-black about it, which I think it was just awesome. I mean, the type of music that he would play in the background in different places was classic stuff like that. Coltrane, Dizzy Gillespie, on and on. He would have those people on their show as old friends. He'd always have like different type of not vests, but sweatshirts from black colleges and things of that nature. So, I don't know, he's just a class act. Like I said, I think to pay tribute to that stuff is cool, but I don't like when people overdo it and try to ram it down everyone's throat all the time. And I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting way off track. Next one here, the song Wicked Games by Chris Isaac. Again, very, very romantic slash, yeah, just a very intense song. One of the ones I remember when I was younger and the song first came out, I was like, I don't get this video and I don't get the song, it's just totally stupid. But now I watch it, I get the video and I get the song. This is Simply Red, If You Don't Know Me By Now, another very, very, very smooth romantic type song. This is that late 80s, early 90s R&B feel too. You know, a little curly redhead dude had some soul inside of him. So that's the single. This is the full album with If You Don't Know Me By Now on it. And then also he had probably my favorite song by him, which is Holding Back the Years, which is also a very, very good track. Very romantic track. And then outside of Smokey Robinson and Holler Dozier and Holland from Motown, I think, considering those three pretty much wrote 90% of Motown, I think this is probably the best love songwriter of all time, which is Lionel Richie. And this is Lionel Richie, the composer. This is great love songs with the Commodores. It has everything on here. Just to Be Close to You, Sweet Love, Easy, Three Times a Lady, Still, Endless Love with Diana Ross, Sail On. But also my favorite love song by the Commodores, and probably my favorite Commodore song, period, which is Oh No. Love that song to death. And any of you that might love the movie Last American Virgin, I'm sure you've heard that song a number of times. The Teacher, I know, put this band in his video as well, but the Isley Brothers. And I chose this particular album because of the song Voyage to Atlantis, which is my favorite song by them. And I do have to qualify that. It's my favorite song by them when played the way they did it when they perform live at Sinbad's Summer Jam, which you can see right here on YouTube. That's my favorite song by them. And you talk about a song that just makes the ladies go crazy, that was one of them. And again, that version, you know, Sam Cooke, you got to put him in there. I mean, the soul in that guy's voice is good for any romantic occasion, whether it's his upbeat stuff or slower stuff. That stuff is good for relaxing. That stuff is good for being romantic. That stuff could even be taken right into church. I mean, it's kind of like he just had all of that flavor inside of what he did, which, knowing his background, it makes sense. This is another one that I think it's overlooked quite a bit, and this is Josh Stone, Mind, Body, and Soul. You know, this is kind of a really romantic, yet kind of that powerful, soulful, female-type voice. So a really, really good record, too. This is one that I would definitely put on when feeling any kind of a romantic mood, especially songs like Right to Be Wrong and Killing Time. This was definitely, I think, her best work. Her last couple albums, to me, just have not been anywhere near this caliber, in my opinion. She seems like she's lost something. And, of course, Norah Jones, Come Away With Me. I mean, that's kind of cliche at this point in time, but it's still a nice, good, kickback, romantic type album with a lot of, I won't say soul, but a lot of spirit inside of that album. And, of course, her other album, too, Feel Like Home, which has a song Sunrise on there, which is definitely the best song off of this one, but that's definitely one you can never go wrong with. The song Ain't No Sunshine by Bill Withers, I gotta throw that one in there. That's definitely a very smooth romantic song. I remember one time I went on a date with a girl. We went to this bar, and it was just a few people in there, and there was these two guys, an older guy, and then a guy on a keyboard, and they were doing requests and everything, and a guy requested Ain't No Sunshine when he's gone, and you know, it was one of the most romantic moments I ever had on a date, so I gotta use that song. Rolls Royce. You know, two songs by them, I Want to Get Next to You and Wishing on a Star. Again, going back to the epitome of what R&B is supposed to be about. And that song, I Want to Get Next to You, one of the things that makes it so romantic, in my opinion, is the fact that in this day and age, with all the music you hear, it's always about, especially R&B that is, it's, I want to freak you this way, I want to freak you that way, and I want to do this to your body, and blah, blah, blah. And that whole song was just about a guy saying he wants to do everything he can just to get next to this lady, just to like be in her presence. And, you know, just kind of that true heartfelt nature of R&B just doesn't exist to the same degree as much anymore. Which I can say the same thing about this one too, which is the album One in a Million by Larry Graham, and the song on here One in a Million as well. Same thing. I mean, you listen to that song, the lyrics in that is just a very, very sentimental, romantic type of track. Quincy Jones back on the block. I wanted to make sure I mentioned the song Secret Garden off of here, which features I know Barry White's in there, El DeBarge, and I think Albie Shore are the three artists that sing on that song. And again, it's just a very, very romantic type of R&B track. Now, this is the artist that I actually picked, and then I'll show you the specific album that I picked for this artist. But the most romantic is going to go to Sade. So let's just kind of jump into it. This is not the album, I'm saving that for last, but just to kind of show you my Sade collection here. This is Diamond Life by Sade, which is, you know, really good stuff. This has probably her most popular song. Well, I don't know, maybe her second most popular song, which is Smooth Operator, as well as Your Love Is King is on here, and just, you know, good free-flowing Sade type stuff. Next we have Sade Promise. I think this is one that the teacher shared. You know, this has The Sweetest Taboo on there. It's also a really good track. Then we have Sade Stronger Than Life, and I'm sorry, Stronger Than Pride. And the song, well, one of the best songs on here is Love Is Stronger Than Pride. There's a lot of other good stuff as well. Then you have Sade Cherish the Day. That's a 12-inch single. And this is a great album too. Love that cover as well. Sade's Lovers Rock. And this has the song By Your Side on there. And, you know, even if you listen to the lyrics of that song, you talk about just a very romantic, very heartfelt type of song. This is definitely a very romantic album. But then the one that takes the cake, and that I want to enter into the contest, is this album right here, which is Sade's Love Deluxe. Without question, in my mind, the most romantic album ever. I mean, this is really great stuff. You know, Sade to me is the female version of Seal, and you know, and vice versa, of course. And what I mean by that is, as much as I love both those artists, Seal and Sade, I'm always the first to say, I don't think Seal is a great singer, so to speak. I don't think Sade is a great singer. You know, I think if you put them on the stage with Whitney Houston, she blows the pants off of them because she is a great singer. But when it comes down to putting the music together, tying the emotions into it, and putting out the final package, no one does it like Sade and Seal. That's why they are incredible artists. Not surprising, you know, even like when you look, even how those covers just look so similar and flow together. I find that kind of ironic. But Love Deluxe, it's just perfect from top to bottom. The one song that most people probably know off of this is No Ordinary Love, which was the theme song to Indecent Proposal. But the song that you have to check out on here is Bulletproof Soul. There is no song that takes me to better places than Bulletproof Soul does when it comes to feeling just like love and passion and romance. And that song just nails it. If you take kind of my ideal woman and put her into music form, Bulletproof Soul is what she is. With a little Rain and Blood and Master of Puppets mixed in, you know. But anyway, make sure you check this album out. Make sure you check that song out. Oh, that reminds me, I remember when I did a Valentine's Day thing back in college, I used the song Mermaid, actually, for the little thing that I did. So I've been pumping this album as a romantic thing for quite some time. But it deserves it, too. Great, great album. So, Vinyl Jim, that is my entry for your contest. Again, guys, let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys watching. And as always, love you, VC. I'm going to do my contest, drawing the names tomorrow, because I also want to make sure I do a long enough video because I want to show you guys the things that you mailed in to me as well, and so I can share that with you right before I pick out the names. Alright, so we'll talk to you later, VC.